Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about how to draw one of the strongest angle to make your OC out of farming, the side profile. This angle often becomes challenging because sometimes a character looks great from the front but doesn't look as good when drawn from the side. So for the first step, we will start by learning the basic anatomy first. Okay, now we will learn a general technique that works across any medium. We will start by sketching a side view character. So, first, draw a circle as the base of the skull. Next, draw a vertical line dividing the circle in the middle. This will mark where the ear will be placed later. After that, add a horizontal line to indicate the eye level, since the eyes are usually aligned with the top of the ear. Then, draw another horizontal line below it to set the ear boundary. So this will determine the ear size for the character. From here, extend a line outward to create a face area. Let the line go slightly beyond the circle to mark the jaw placement later. Finally, connect this line back toward the center point we made earlier. Next, we sketch the nose. From the eye guideline, pull a line outward. The angle is up to you since it determines the shape of your character nose. Once that's done, connect the line back to the jaw. And that's it for the sketch. You can already start seeing the face shape forming, right? After that, we'll move on to the line arc. Personally, I like starting from the forehead. I draw a smooth line from the forehead down to the bridge of the nose, adding a slight curve there. Then, continue the line to form the nose and the lips. In my style, I usually include the nose trill, since in some anime style, it often skips. After that, continue down to draw the chin. Then, connect the jawline to the chin. After that, draw an ear and continue with the neck. Since the character is a male, I add a slightly curve to show the Adam's apple. Finally, complete the rest of the skull shape, and we will keep the character bald first before adding the hairstyle later. If the character is bald, then the process is basically finished. But if you want to add a hair, we start by sketching the hairline first, so we know where the hair actually grows. To draw the hairline, pull a line from the forehead, then move forward to the side of the head, where the temple area is located. That's why the hairline is kind of that shapes. After that, continue the line toward the back of the neck. Next, you can start drawing your character hair by following the hairline we made earlier. I will demonstrate using a simple hairstyle for a male character. Don't forget to leave a small gap between the skull and the hair outline to create a volume, so the hair will look fuller instead of flat. And that's a simple example of drawing side view character. Or maybe you want to try another hairstyle commonly seen in manhwa. With this kind of hairstyle, there is usually a clear hair flow direction, so you should draw the strand following that flow. See, it's pretty easy, right? But unfortunately, illustration with this simple side view pose like this can sometimes feel a bit boring. It's not like you are not allowed to draw it that way. Nothing is stopping you from drawing whatever you like. However, if you want an illustration that's really highlight your character's side profile, you can try adjusting the camera angle or slightly rotating the head, so it isn't perfectly perpendicular to the side. Hopefully that makes sense since it's a bit hard to explain in words. The main point is a side profile isn't just a head view from the side, it's heavily realized on the outer shapes, the forehead, nose, lip, and chin, forming the character identity even before adding any detail, which is basically the silhouette. That's why if you are using Clip Studio Paint and want to draw the side view character illustration, there is actually much more easier way to make the process lighter. Yep, you are probably already know what I'm going to mention, the 3D head model in Clip Studio Paint. Just open the Material tab and drag the 3D head model into your canvas, and adjust the pose however you like. With this, you don't need to bother drawing circles and guideline anymore, you can simply use it as your references. If you want to change the pose, it's really easy. Just click the setting icon at the bottom to open a new tab. Then go to facial features. From there, you can adjust where the head is facing. You can even modify the size of the facial feature. For example, if you click the nose area, you can adjust that nose shape however you want. If you like the facial feature setup and want to use it again later without starting from scratch, you can save it as a new material by clicking the icon at the bottom. Just give the material any name you like and choose the save location, so it's easy to find later. Not only that, if you go to the head model tab, you can change the head shape in many different ways, depending on the intensity setting. You can easily make the character look more feminine, chibi, or masculine. After that, just draw the character by creating a new layer on top of the 3D model, and use it as your guide. Okay then, let's try making a side view illustration using the 3D model as a guide. By using this, I don't have to bother sketching my character from scratch anymore. You could say I'm basically tracing it to create the line art. I'm going to draw my own original character, a male character who is supposed to be a nerd. That's why I intentionally give him a slightly dorky look with a more feminine feature and long eyelashes. When drawing an illustration, there is actually a part you want to emphasize so it becomes the first thing people notice. Since this is a side view drawing, make sure your main focus is the face. Give extra attention to this area because it will become the visual focal point. Pay attention to the eye shapes, the nose structure, the lips, and the expression of your character. By the way, lately I've been trying to draw a manga, and somehow it changed the way I draw. I usually make a thinner line art since my drawing were going to be color. But now I tend to use a thicker line and often add a solid black inking as well. When drawing, you can start by imagining the thumbnail first. That way, when your drawing is viewed from distance, people who see your illustration will know what is the image about. I often begin my drawing on a larger canvas first, then crop it later to direct the viewer focus on the main point. And here is the finished line art of the side view drawing for my original character. At first, I was planning to set it in a manga style, but since it's been a while since I made a fully colored illustration, I decided to color this piece as well. I do make webtoon and they are colored too, but when working on a webtoon, it often feels rushed and deadline driven. Because of that, the coloring technique usually gets simplified to save time and energy. The goal is just to finish it cleanly, get the editor approval, and then finally rest. That's why I feel like my free drawing skills aren't as good as they used to be, since I don't practice it as often anymore. But of course, my webtoon skills have improved a lot instead. So, in the end, I decided to color this piece. Since I had already added a gray manga style shading beforehand, coloring doesn't require much more effort. I just need to apply the base color to each area, then adjust the shading color accordingly. To be honest, the way I used to draw to achieve my old art style actually required much more effort than what I do now. This day, I rely a lot on the lasso fill tool to finish things faster. Back then, I usually used a flat brush and blend tool to get smoother shading result, but now I prefer doing cel shading so I can finish more quickly. I guess that habit comes from working on a webtoon. Alright guys, and here is the final result of my original character drawn in a side view pose. If you are using different medium besides Clip Studio Paint, you can follow the sketch method I explained at the beginning. But if you are using this app, just try to use the advantage of 3D model feature to make things easier. So, what do you think? Pretty simple, right? On this channel, I share a lot of tutorial about comic making process, so if you are interested, feel free to check out the video I've linked. Thank you!